Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Second weekend back picking corn. I'm out of high school for the weekend, and I'm off Monday as well. So get 3 days worth of harvest content in. I'm back running the grain cart today, but I never know what I'm really going to ever be doing. You know, I could be in the grain cart one day, I ain't be in the shredder the next. You never know. So this morning, I am back in the 9420, but this morning I thought I was running the A335R, but guy that was running the grain cart before me, he blew an O-ring inside the, one of the hydraulic hoses, and we thought it was a major hose leak. Well, it wasn't until we didn't realize that till we had done hooked this tractor up to the cart and got that one unhooked and worked on. So, you know, it is what it is. But just finished doing my second truck for the day. Combine's cleaning up the last couple rows on this ditch bank. We're getting ready to start on the next cut. We might finish this block tonight. We're like 3 or 4 cuts. I'm thinking we should. Yeah, but I'm back around the grain cart. And yeah. So everybody seemed to really like the drone content I posted on the last episode. So I'm gonna try and keep doing that. If I'm gonna try and get some at sunset or right at dark tonight with all the lights on. I think it'd be pretty cool to see, and I might do something more. But I will definitely try and film tonight, and I'll definitely try and get some good content in there. Everybody liked the drone content. I know Joseph posted a couple pictures of it. He got some pretty good responses off of it. So please let me know if y'all want me to keep doing it. I love doing it. I love flying my drone, to be honest. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, so I'll get back at y'all when we get some unloading action going. I'll let y'all get some nice action here from Mr. Joseph picking. As you can see, he's picking up the last rows on this ditch bank here. No row of shame this time. If y'all remember what I talked about the row of shame last time, you know, that one last row, that's a common thing, picking these on a 12 row. The way I understood it, most of these cuts here match up to where they're on 12 row 38s, and it matches up perfect. But there's a lot of ditches now that have got widened out, so a 12 row 36 matches up good, or an 8 row 38. And now there's a couple that a 16 row 30 matches up pretty good on. So to be honest, these ditches, when they were laid out by a daggone drag line. There you go, drag line. Yeah, drag line. And you know, they didn't have no GPS. It was just hold it as straight as you can. I mean, I don't know if y'all ever, if you're not from North Carolina, let me put it this way. If you're not from North Carolina, or if you're from the middle of North Carolina, mountains of North Carolina, y'all might not have heard the Blacklands of North Carolina, but that's this little region down here in North Carolina that we farm in. It's Terrell, Hyde, Washington, and Beaufort counties are the main 4 counties it's part of. I think it goes into some of the other counties, but the main 4 counties is Beaufort, Terrell, Washington, and Hyde. But you know, we're a very high organic matter soil, which means that we can grow a good crop. Don't get me wrong, but we have a lot of issues come by. Like I said, everything down here is pumped out. We're pumping back into the rivers, we're pumping back into the streams, you know, into the marshes. And on top of that, not as much in Terrell, but in Hyde and Beaufort counties, there's a lot of issues with saltwater intrusion. And if you don't know what saltwater intrusion is, we farm on the side of the sounds, and that gives us the issue where we have with the hurricanes and the tidal changes. If we don't have these dike systems and these Tide gates, yeah. We got dikes and tide gates and pumps. There you go. And yeah. Mr. Joseph picking some corn there. Cleaning up that last little road there. Anyways, I got sidetracked. I apologize, y'all. But yeah, so we pump all of our water out. You know, we got several pumps everywhere across a couple of counties. And then we're digging them little drains because to go into the V ditches every 330 or 300 feet or 150 feet, depending on the field, you know. They're all kind of different. But we're poorly drained. And that poor drainage issue really just causes us to have a lot more complications than anybody else does. I'll be honest, you go to the Midwest, nobody knows what a Dondy V ditcher is. Only folks down here know what a Dondy ditcher is. But, you know, we have to dig all these ditches out every year. We do a lot of the long reach excavator jobs where they go down the dikes and clean out the alligator. So there's a very complex system for them down here. But given that, we can grow a very, very nice, high-yielding crop if it is available to happen. But we've got to have the proper drainage to do that. So that's the big issue here in eastern North Carolina. But don't get me wrong, we can grow some amazing crops if we have the chance. As y'all can see, he's unloading on me right now. I'm just creeping along about 2.7 miles an hour, and he's going to unload on me. But yeah, nice little unload action there for you. Now here's the reason I like this 9420 so much. Is I can get some speed going down the field with this 9420 versus that A335R. As soon as I hit 12 miles an hour with this cart fully loaded, it would sit there and bounce. And look, it ain't back there doing nothing right now. I'm crawling up right here to the truck real quick. I'll get back at y'all when I get unloading on the other side, or turn around unloading. So as y'all can see here, I'm unloading right into it. Finished loading here. And you got Joseph, he's loading on that truck. So I'll go through the procedure here, just starting up the grain cart. Basically just kick this PTO in. Start at 900. 1,000 RPM speed is 1900, so you're going to idle her up till you get to 1900 RPMs. A little bit of overspeed. 1800, 1900 too. We'll pull the second valve here, and it's going to pull that little gate there. That little thing there. I don't know if y'all can see it poking up, but there you go. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Here's unload it here. If I need to tilt my spout, I can tilt it. Like so. But I usually keep it straight. I might tilt it in a little bit sometimes, depending on where I'm at. Most of the time I can kick it right out and have it perfectly on center, and you know, you're all good there. But you know, I'll just chug along with it like this. I might get a first pile made on this truck, but I doubt it. I poured most of this auger cart on that first truck, so yeah. Well, I'm getting close. I'm going to have a Pioneer about it. I see it splattering up a little bit. Doing a little bit there. Yeah, I'm going to get this first pile made, maybe. She might run out beforehand, but I'll get it made. So I just did barely get the pile, you can see. It ain't big enough pile. I still have to build it some more, but when we're done, we just idle her down after we close that gate. So close that gate. Yep, that's all closed. And then we're just going to cut PTO on it. And then we're going to head out with her. You gotta be careful not to hit this thing into this tarp on that tall side of east trailer, but not that short side of east trailer advantage. They ain't going to catch me. We're going to hit this. We'll hit that one forward. And now fold the dang over here. Now about it. Here, I'm gonna dump some gears to her. We'll go ahead and come up here and chase Joseph and get him before it fills up, so we can keep the combine as productive as possible. That is my main goal here. And with these suits and straps, you do have to be how careful you turn with this. Not with this tractor, but the row crop. This tractor don't let it turn as sharp, but that row crop, you'll turn too tight. We have in the past snapped the axle off of this dang auger part. But like I said, I mean, you just got another machine. That's what it boils down to. Man, Joseph ain't as fool as I thought he did. Figured he would have daggone been slam home halfway down the cut. I guess he did offload on to the other truck while he was waiting on me. He's got that going for him. But anyways, I'm gonna slow down and creep here with his speed. And then when he gets full, I'm gonna just creep right under him. Today he's averaging about 3.5 to 4 miles an hour. It's a lot drier corn, and that's gave him the ability to pick a lot faster. Like somebody commented, I can't remember exactly who it was. I want to say it was Built Farm, but I ain't for sure off the top of my head. But that's a class 7 combine running a 36-foot corn head. It is a little bit overkill. They ran 12 row 30s before, but you know they went to 12 row 36s, and they had some. We have had to run a bit slower, but we can still run it on class 7. And when we get new combines, we'll get 8260s probably, so we'll have class 8s then. But you know, it's all what comes together at the end of the day. So as I was saying, I cut the video because I had to do something else. I got a phone call, but he might be coming back close. Let me back up. He is. I'm in this one. Anyways, he's picking like 17 or 18% moisture today, so it's really dry picking, so he can get right under here. But let me slide under here and I'll get back with y'all after we finish loading. So anyways, like I said, he's picking like 17, 18% moisture corn, so he's doing a lot better on speed. You know, picking that 22, 23% moisture corn, or even, we start at 25 usually, but you know, picking that corn at that high moisture, he's got to knock her down to 2 or 3 miles an hour with that class 7. But like I said, when we get class 8 combines, if we do next go around, I feel like it'll definitely be a whole different story. Anyways, I'll probably get at y'all a little bit later in the afternoon. I know y'all got to see everything I do for the day pretty much. I do all day. But I'll get back when it gets a little bit darker out, and you know, we can get some stuff done, hopefully. But probably fly a drone tonight, and I'll put that at the end of the video like I did the last one, you know. So if you want to just skip to the rest of the video and go straight to the drone montage and don't want to hear me talk, that's fine. Hey, I do talk a lot, so I'll give it that. Well, everybody, I apologize. I did not record anything else last night. I took some drone footage and we had some other stuff going on, so I got busy with that and I totally forgot to record. It's like 11 o'clock today and I'm back in the drone park again. But yeah, this morning we started, we picked an hour, drive shaft broke on the combine, the main drive shaft that goes to the axle. So I was fixing that. But yeah, still picking some corn. Took y'all some nice drone footage, so you know, hope everybody enjoyed the video. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and head out, you know, just roll the drone footage. Leave it at that. There ain't really nothing more for me to record. I can record the same stuff I've done over and over again, but I know y'all ain't gonna want to really see that, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. So anyways, God bless everybody. Enjoy the drone montage.